Well, greetings everybody. My name is Bill Moore, and today we're going to take a look at one of the recommendations that showed up on the watch list today for the Daily Edge. The Daily Edge is our new newsletter. It's free, and each day we are going to focus on one of the sectors, the components of the various sectors. Today it's the consumer discretionary group, which is XLY. And when we do this, everything we do is relative value analysis, right? So let's take a look. These are the symbols that we used in this particular analysis. And what we do is we create a model for each of the symbols based on each of the others. So we go back and get historical prices going back, a certain amount of time. And for example, for Amazon, we create a model that says the price of Amazon should be such and such based on what the price of all these guys are. And we do that for each of the others. So if we take a look here as an example, and we do that on a couple of different time frames each day. So we take the model, what the model price is suggested, and then we compare it to the current price. And by doing that, we're able to see what the mispricing is, right? So VFC here as an example, the current price is 52, the model says 49.89, $2.11 overvalued. That equates to about 4% here. Okay, so it's the most overvalued on the short-term time frame. So we do that for a long-term time frame. We also, on the same report, take a look at who's been the most volatile for the various times for those things. We also have something called the mean reversion indicator, which for intraday traders is pretty strong. It actually, basically it says during the day what's the strength that it tends to revert back to where it started. So in other words, the open and the close are closer together compared to the high and the low. Okay, so today I want to show you one trade. I know I'm going to sound like a nerd here, but I go back and test these things for a long time. I actually went back and did a study based on looking at these relative value numbers and what are the situations that have a high percentage of that mean reversion happening right now, and something that we can try to cash in on. I'm going to show you one. I'm going to show you actually the one that turns out that it was the most reliable in my 10 years of study on 11 sectors. It happened to happen today. It was an accident, but because it happened today, we're going to look at it. So in this case, it's BKNG. Now BKNG is the most undervalued on the short-term time frame, second most undervalued on the long-term time frame. Okay, so this is the beginning of that potential setup. Okay. Matter of fact, let's go take a quick look. I'm going to open it up on TradingView. Yeah, here we are. So this is BKNG on TradingView. Now this is a little indicator that I created. On TradingView, it's not so convenient to take a look at all of the products together at one time. So I'm using XLY as a proxy, if you will, for the basket. So all this is doing is comparing BKNG versus XLY with a certain ratio to it. So this is actually showing whether it's getting better or worse. Remember, we said it was undervalued, and look what happened when the market opened today. It just went screaming down, and this is the setup that I want to talk about. But just so you see it in reference to the yellow line here, you can see that it was moving down much faster than XLY at that point. Okay, and then it came back up. But as an example, notice here on the rest of the day, BKNG really hasn't gone anywhere, and yet this line has been creeping up, which means even though this has been staying steady, XLY obviously has been moving down relative to this. So in any case, back to the setup. Remember that BKNG was on the bottom of both of our time frames as far as being undervalued, which means we're looking for a long. And in the study that I did going back for 10 years and for 11 baskets, the most reliable signal was when it was, the symbol we're talking about, is the most either under or over. It works with over as well. So it's the most under or overvalued. In this case, it's under. And then you have, just prior to our trade, you have a continued move in that direction. In other words, it's already the most undervalued. And then look what happens. It shoots down even more, right? So it was undervalued. Now it's even way more undervalued. At this point, we're looking for a reversal signal and a pullback. That's all. That's all we're looking for. We're not looking for this thing to correct all the way and run forever. We're looking for we've got something that's undervalued in a big way compared to its peers. It then shoots down even more undervalued. We're looking for a quick pullback on that. And that's exactly what we found. Now, I have a little algorithm that I created that creates the entry and exits here on TradingView, but you can see how clear this one is. So, okay, it's on the report that we create each day, we're only showing one basket, and in this case, it was the only one that would have potentially given that that setup. But if for the premium customers, you get all 11, I'll show you over here. So you get all 11 baskets, so you can check out everybody else as well if you're a premium customer. But the free one is still fun. Take a look at it every day, please, and try to make some money with it. It's real edge. It's not pretend edge. This is real edge that I recommend for everybody to use. Okay, thank you.